interesting table with the last lot of Torah texts by Dash, by others, and everything really definitely under the umbrella of Islam. All of them claims Islam, radical Islamic. So, very interesting what the Kabbalah, the Zohar, says about the final battle with Ishmael. This is what the Zohar says, speaks about the fifth exile at the end of days. With Ishmael, which is the last one, the Midrash speaks about 4 exiles in advance of Mashiach arrival. And the final redemption, Babylonian, Median, Greek, and Roman. And this is the Midrash Rabbah. Yet, we have still another one. The Zohar speaks of another aspect of exile at the end of days, which is Ishmael. Right? So this is the final battle, and we see it really, Ishmael and Islam goes together, we know quite well. So let us see a very interesting table about this situation, which is really World War, Third World War with Islam. And very significant, as you see, as it appears in one book, and also minimal and best meetings. Let us see now the table, which is very interesting. Once in the Torah, you have the appearance of Milchemet Olam in one sentence. Milchemet Olam, interesting. You have also the word Olam here. But interesting, you have Milchemet Olam coming here. And which can, interesting, written Islam. It's written Islam very small. And then you have Daesh. You have Daesh coming here, Daesh. And what is the most interesting that you have in the bottom of this table, also again, Islamic, interesting, minimal in the Torah, ISLAMIC, which is really minimal in the Torah, and Ishmael clearly shows the connection with Ishmael and the Islam, it goes together. And then looking more into it, we have even the word Shlishit. Maybe this is really indicated the third one, which some say. Now, this really kind of fighting with Ishmael is not only this. We see in Israel, it had to do with the Hamas. You know, Hamas coming here. Hamas, yes, the Samech of the Islam is Hamas, every 6 letters, which clearly shows the connection. Then we have also Ashraf, Fatah, definitely all of them. And what is most interesting is that you have a very small skip of 2 letters of this year, 776. So altogether shows. Now as we saw, the Kabbalah says, the Zohar says, this is one of the signs that we are before Mashiach. This kind of war with the Arabs, with Islam. And amazingly, you have here parallels, the word HaMashiach, the Messiah, Mashiach, and parallel is quite significant on this in tables. You have a Mashiach with the year Tavshinayin Vav, which is this year, the lesson for Mashiach. But as we say, and we saw in many places, all of this depends on keeping the Torah, the Sabbath, and definitely this is the condition. As Maimonides says, Rambam said, repentance is what is necessary, to believe in the Torah, keeping the Torah, and only this will bring the Mashiach this year, Tavshinayin Vav, 776. But the most interesting, as we say, that we have really minimums of the World War and Islamic, which is Ishmaeli. Then also telling us that in Israel also this war with the Hamas, the same thing, Fatah, Ashraf. So, again, clear example that everything is the Torah was the blueprint of creation, and therefore only keeping the Torah will bring us peace and quiet all over the world. Interesting table in which we looked for the word end to the terror. Unfortunately, in few days now in Israel, terror after terror attacks, killing, murdering, young and old, unfortunately. So when will be the end of it? We hope it will be this year, Tavshinayin Vav, 776. But what we found here, best meeting the Torah of the end of the terror, Teshuvah, will do repentance. As our rabbis tell us, Pirkei Rabbi Eliezer, over 2,000 years ago, that Ishmael in Hebrew means God will listen, not in past tense, but in future to tell us that the Arabs will do so many troubles to Jews, and so many crying will come out of them, of the Jews, praying, shouting, and crying, and this will bring to repentance and the end of this terror of the Palestinian pleasure coming here. The Hamas comes here, Ashaf, PLO, and Arabs, all of them, the Amalekites, amazingly, all come, these evil forces. But from the other side, it tells us, Im Shamoa, Kol Hashem Kol, Im Shamoa Tishma, if you listen to the voice of God, Vayashar Beinav Taseh, you do the straight things in his eyes, and then HaMashiach, then we will have Mashiach will come and bring you Geulat Olam Tiyeh. It will be eternal redemption, not temporary, but eternal one. But again, condition, V'shamnat Israel, V'shamat al-asad asher itav lach. You should do, should listen, do, and then it will be good to you. If not, amazingly, a verse which tells us about terrible situations Israel will be here because of the terror. Machus teshalel cherev, Machus teshakel cherev. Outside, the sword will kill. Today the knives, unfortunately, we see then inside the rooms will be frightening, and also young Bachur, and also ladies, young boys, and old people will be murdered, will be killed by this Mechablim, which comes here, Mechabel. Amazingly clearing, tell us the terrible situations that we are in today, this terror, this murder, this cruelty, killing, murdering, slaughtering Jewish, young and old, and clearly telling us from where it comes, from the Palestinians, Hamas, all those Arabs, Amalekite, all these evil forces. But the most important is to get rid of this is only by doing Shuvah, only by repenting, coming back to the ways of Torah, keeping the Sabbath, keeping purity of life, keeping all what the Torah says, and only then we'll have a Mashiach, the Messiah, a Mashiach coming here, and we'll have Geulat Olam Tiyeh, we'll have eternal redemption, not temporary one, but proper one, and all this in conditions that we'll do Tshuva and Shamoa Tishma, and we listen to the voice of God, and we do the straight in His eyes.